It's Thursday night, 3.23.1 just dropped to live ahead of the weekend, and we have the details, starting with a glance at the newly gold standard AEGIS SABRE RAVEN. This is University of Stanton, class is in session. It's a big deal anytime a ship hits gold standard, and the ultra-rare, ultra-sought-after Sabre Raven by AEGIS is no exception. Available only through a rare and special promo code, this is not a ship you see often in the verse. This is no doubt a knock-on effect of work on the Sabre Firebird, or vice versa, that we saw in ISC this week, which we'll see straight to flyable this Invictus launch week. Taking a quick glance around the updated Sabre Raven, the ship is as sleek as ever. Weapon and personal storage bays are accessible on the starboard side now, and the new component bays are packed tight along the dorsal ribs of the fighter, hinting at a highly optimized, compact, and stealthy nature. While this ship may not have received the love it needs game loop and balance-wise, the foundation is certainly there for it as CIG continues to iterate on the nuances of master modes. As for the rest of the patch, a few key features were added. First, visual effects received performance and quality optimizations, finally addressing some of the jitter and noise that's been plaguing rendering for the past few patches. It's really hard for me to overstate how important this is, and how much cleaner, crisper, and more approachable it makes the game look and feel, as you can see from this clip. Previously, the motion under the HUD would be smearing all over the terrain and looking really ugly, so I'm really glad to see this change. NPCs on the ground received some polish to locomotion server sync extrapolation, which is a fancy way to say not jittering, teleporting around as much. We need to test out how this works in practice on some bunker and other ground missions, but what I've seen so far is encouraging. The ship AI pilot difficulty got a balance pass. Anyone who's done some player versus environment combat in 3.23 knows that the AI behaves very differently and is far more challenging than it has been in the past. With this update, NPC pilots will make use of partial aim assist in order to smooth the curve between low and high difficulty opponents. And just in case that update to NPCs on the ground isn't working so well, consider taking a trusty medbed ship like the C8R Pisces, Cutlass Red, or Carrick to respawn from any mishaps. T3 medical beds will now allow respawn within 20 kilometers, and T2 beds will cover you up to 50 kilometers away. Finally, here are some great bug fixes in the list that caught my attention. The stupid false armistice icon is gone. Bunker elevators should no longer become unresponsive. Using a med pen should no longer cause you to drop your weapon. I can't believe players didn't like that one. We should finally no longer have items detaching from spawn ships and hangars and causing collision hazards. There were issues with the Reclaimer's claw access from the co-pilot seat that should be resolved. Players should now be able to press charges against other players who commit infractions against them, and the ROC miner had fixes listed to its laser and crosshair. Again. These are the things I think are going to make Star Citizen a better, more fun game to play in this next patch, and just for my first evening in, it feels like one of the best experiences just playing I've had here. And I think we sorely need that for another round of Free Flight. But let me know in the comments what you see coming as we slide into Invictus 2954. If you'd like to stay on top of the most recent updates, leave a like and subscribe, and consider stopping by University of Stanton on Discord, where we're always looking at what's ahead and ready to help with your questions about the game. And as always, if you or a friend is considering trying Star Citizen, feel free to offer them a referral code in the description below for an extra 5,000 starting UEC. Thanks for watching. Class dismissed.